What's going on, people? Welcome back to the channel. Football Yannick. How you doing? I hope you're doing well, mate. I really do hope that. Does Pep Guardiola need to leave the Premier League for us to have fun again? For it to become a competitive landscape? For it just to not be dominated by... That is my cat hauling ass. For it to be fun again. You know, yes, we all had our time. Arsenal had a couple of years, they were good. Manchester United had it all their own way, and that wasn't fun for anyone else except Manchester United for a long, long time. But even they, when they won titles, it wasn't like this, and it was often more competitive. And I don't think it was as relentless. Chelsea, my club, we enjoyed a good stint in the mid-noughties. Obviously came back a little bit. We sort of bridged it to a 2010 title win, and then won another couple, in the mid-2010s. And, couple of Champions Leagues in there, Europa Leagues, which are very valid trophies as well, and cups. So we were being fair. We were like spreading out the success. We weren't going all in and just relentlessly winning and getting 100 points all the time. But Man City are. Now, I'm not going to go get geopolitical and talk about sports washing projects and vast amounts of money spent. And yes, being a Chelsea fan, I know we've sold a lot of players and generated a lot of revenue, but I can't talk about spending money. So I'm not going to talk about that. Manchester United have spent a lot of money as well. Yes, City have, but make no bones about it, ladies and gentlemen. Let's be honest with ourselves. They win relentlessly because of money spent and good planning, but it's Pep Guardiola. So, first and foremost, let's acknowledge that he is the best manager in world football working right now. Is he the best manager that's ever lived? I don't know. I don't think he's the most decorated. I actually look at the likes of Jose Mourinho and think he's more I don't know, maybe because he's more box office, but Pep's obviously only works with powerhouses, like the dominant teams in those leagues, like Barcelona at the time. I know he was actually knocked off his perch by the aforementioned Jose Mourinho, Real Madrid, of course Bayern Munich, and now City. His body of work at City is like profound. It's of biblical proportions, by the way. But I think Jose Mourinho, because obviously he came to Chelsea and was just box office, changed the game, and he spent a lot of money, but was just built this relentless machine out of nowhere. But if you look at what he did with Porto and Inter and everywhere he's gone, he's broken records. Even Real Madrid, he broke the league record out there. Was it for points or maybe not goals? But and he knocked Pep off his perch off it. I don't know. I just think Mourinho's just gone everywhere, done more. Even like we did with Roma, the Conference League, and then of course nearly winning the Europa League, apart from poor officiating, maybe not been on their side there. Hey, this is not about Jose Mourinho. This is about Guardiola. Incredible, really. I used to just think, I don't know what I used to think, that he's a really sort of intense tiki-taka football sort of nerd, football perverts they call them. But he's just, I don't know, he's just proving that longevity, like he's just so intense and relentless. I think he's out at the moment because he's got a bad back. I heard somewhere, I haven't actually confirmed that yet. But he's just relentless, intense. I thought the players by now, especially in this Premier League landscape where it's so high octane and so difficult to perform consistently and physically demanding, I thought they would have been done. Like, he and the Bayern players, after 3 years, it was like, ugh. And he's been there for years now, and it's just, such a professional job. When they face adversity, they just eventually become good. Haaland, is he going to... Of course, Haaland's an amazing goal scorer, but he's so different to Guardiola's philosophical approach, his tactics, his, sort of football dogma, and it just works. He's made it work. Even like these players like that don't score a lot of goals, and they very much just slot in as a piece of the jigsaw systemically. I like your Phil Fodens, there's a Palmer, the young lad coming through, your Bernardo Silvas, these players that don't score a lot of goals. And, granted Bernardo Silva was in the shortlist for PFA Player of the Year once, but they're not doing what Eden Hazard did for Chelsea. Do you know what I mean? They're all just part of this machine, but they're all very good. And when one goes, he can just drop another one in, and they perform, and they win games. And the common denominator here, the recurring factor, the recurring theme, is Pep Guardiola. Begrudgingly admit he's the best. So, where did that leave us? We are becoming a banter league. They won 4 out of the last 5 Premier Leagues. Is it going to be 5? Or was it the 5 out of the last 6? They're almost certainly going to win again this season. And I say that thinking, I'm not sure Arsenal can push them again. I only really look at Newcastle, which is like we're through the looking glass now, people, to challenge them. Do you know what I mean? I just think they're just going to keep winning until Guardiola leaves Manchester City. Now, of course, as a football fan, and trying to be a measured football fan here, you got to feel privileged and happy that you've had an opportunity to watch this football. And this be, I don't want to go all Brexit here, but this be in our league. It's good to have him in our league, the English league. You know, it's been a privilege, as it is to see people like Haaland come to the Prem and play, because these players would, blow up and go Real Madrid and Barcelona. They just would. But now the Premier League is the premier destination, so it's great to see it, and it is great. But of course, they are the rivals to your club you support, so it's frustrating to see them relentlessly win. But also, it's just now the Premier League was the most competitive league. Like, Chelsea might win it, City might win it, Man United might win it, Leicester could win it. Wow, how did that happen, Now it's City win it, City win it, City win it, City win it. To the point where last season, actually, the Bayern Munich, who's won like 10 or 11 in a row, like that's the biggest example of a monopoly on a league, more so than PSG or Juve. Of course, Juve went incredible since Conte joined all those years ago. And now Bayern Munich had a really exciting, I was going to say transfer race. My brain is brainwashed by transfers. Title race last season where they were like a point or goal difference. They won against Dortmund. But over here, it's like, it's, City, when they overtook Arsenal and they took their foot off the gas. They only won it by a few points in the end, City in the Premier League, but that's because they took their foot off the gas. So I do think, everyone looks at their own team. I want Chelsea to get better, obviously. Hopefully the only way is up from last season, but so far we're down. I think for it to become competitive again, realistically, it's not other teams becoming as good as Man City, because that's just untenable. It's Man City regressing. And for the Premier League to become competitive again, ergo, my calculations dictate Guardiola needs to go. Thank you for the memories. I'm not campaigning for him to leave. Like I said, the football nerd inside me is happy he's here, but there will be a sigh of relief, a collective sigh of relief from the whole, apart from Man City fans, of course, from the whole footballing world when he leaves Man City. They'll probably go and get Roberto De Zerbi and still be very good, or someone like that who can continue it. It may be one of his assistant coaches or something like that. Maybe it would be even Mikel Arteta, although I don't think Arteta would leave Arsenal now. It'd be very interesting, actually, to see who would success Guardiola at Manchester City. That's something I'd be very interested to see. But until that happens, I don't think that it's going to be a competitive playing ground. Good luck to City fans. Enjoy it. It is relentlessly fun, winning all the time. And I get they will be, wary of what happens next. But they are such a well-run club as well, behind the scenes, structurally. They prepared for a long time for the arrival of Pep Guardiola. They were getting certain players in, they got the backroom staff in. You think they'd do something similar, and they'd probably already start doing due diligence on a long-term successor for Guardiola. I mean, he's won the freaking treble, dude. I really thought he was going to walk away into the sunset after that, but you know what Guardiola's like? I think no one's ever done back-to-the-back trebles. There's your opportunity to, really push your legacy as the best. Anyway, let me know what you think. I wanted to talk about this. Whenever I want to talk about any football-related thing, I will upload it on this channel, Football Yannick. And I welcome you to join the fun. Subscribe. Join me. Join my fun. Like and subscribe. Alright, gang. See you soon. Peace.